Hello, everybody, and welcome to the table. We are
Hello.
here with lucky episode 13 of A City Apart, Dungeons
We're
and
not
Dragons,
terrified.
5th edition. Oh, there's so many terrifying things. Get ready.
Always.
Clench your sphincters, my friends, because it's going down tonight. Where we left off last time was at the edge of the docks. Right off of Grunion Run on the side of this big lake where you all live off of. You did some scary illusory magic that made Willie Grunion run away very quickly with Papoo in his
I'm
pants,
so cool.
leaving behind the massive amount of illegal drugs that he was transporting. And the sun is setting with just those last bits of orange and purple out over the tops of the mountains in the distance, which is telling you that the Goblin War is about to begin. What do you do?
Take a hit of spree.
Rhea sees that and they go, okay, so we have a goblin war over there, a shit ton of drugs over here. My parents about to participate in the goblin war, right about over there. I don't know what to do.
Let's stash these for the moment at your parents' house.
No,
And then
no,
we can...
not at my parents' house.
As Vogue has ripped the top of this little pixie stick thing and shot it right into his mouth. His eyes going, pupils going very wide very quickly.
Guys, I think we need to stop the war before innocent people and goblins get hurt.
I don't know if there's any stopping it now.
War! War! Whee!
We have to try. Is there anything that I could do now that would stop this? Or delay it even? Or maybe, I don't know, trick them into stopping it?
See, the thing is, I've underestimated them about 5 times now, and every time it made it worse. So I could tell you that they're dumb enough that if we start yelling that one of them is dead, they'll believe it. But chances are I'm underestimating them again.
But what about all the other aunties, right? There aren't just 2. There are more than that, aren't there?
Yeah. Matt, okay, let me ask the GM what Rhea knows about this before I make any more dumb assumptions.
You might be a 6-foot-tall tiefling, but you were brought up as a goblin.
Yeah.
As far as anyone is concerned on this dock, literally nowhere else in the world, but on these docks, you are considered a goblin.
So do I know if the other aunties are just participating in the war, if they're going to be willing to stop it?
Yeah, so if you remember, they were hunkering down. They were barricading their docks, because remember... and again, it's not our normal night. Hello, everyone joining us on a Friday evening. That is not, is usually, I don't know, getting that time and a half on Sundays. You saw all of the other aunties barricading, setting up like spiky traps, that kind of thing, like really hunkering down. Actually pulling little boats they have off of the docks, up, really trying to get into a defensive position. So it would be very difficult to access any of those docks at this point. He's saying docks, but it's more like a pier, these big, very shoddily made wooden, almost like boardwalks, but going out into the lake. And remember, the 2 aunties that are fighting right now, Auntie Talk and Auntie Spleen, or Auntie Aromo, depending on who you ask, are not even next to each other, so they have to get around other couple docks in between. To do that, you see a few things. That you see that those ones are less defensive. They haven't spent their time defending. They've spent their time, as you saw again last session, gathering weapons. They have spears. They have what look like Molotov cocktails. They have bottles that are sometimes broken. They have fishing nets, and some of them are gathering towards the front of the dock, and other ones you see getting in their own little boats and piling those with weapons further out in the water.
It feels like I'm watching an actual war taking place, but in like in an elementary school yard. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, but like Lord of the Flies style, where they're gonna like actually stab each other. So that is the scene before you.
Yeah, Mina, if they're not pussying out of that fight, they're actually enjoying being part of the bloodshed, so I'm not sure that's an option.
We have to do something. We can't just sit here and let it happen.
So, has anyone actually seen Auntie Aromo since she escaped? Could we just, like, trick them into thinking we already captured her?
She's probably with some of her men.
Well, then we could find out where she is. We could say, oh, we've got her captured. And they'd say, oh, no, we have her right here. And then we go and capture her.
Okay, but who do we talk to? Because, you know, those goblins that probably have that information, they seem pretty busy sharpening those spears right now.
Well, I mean, you could just ask them. Maybe they'd answer.
Right. You know, last time I acted so casually around one of those, it stabbed me in the hip.
Well, stay out of stabbing range. Or offer to hit a spree, to tell you the truth. We're loaded with this shit now. Look at this. And he like makes it rain spree in the crate. And then
But we
closes
can't let anyone know that we have this, or the famine will come looking for it.
No, the goblins. The goblins aren't really. Matt, what's the degree of association between the goblins and the famine?
Goblins do drugs. Just like any other of the races that are around here, and the famine provides it. And there are and remember, the famine is that criminal underworld. They also probably have contacts, some of which you probably know about, others which you might not, if they're a specific person's contact. So there are probably, you know, those little spies around.
What happened?
You have a reliable and trustworthy contact who acts as your liaison to a network of other criminals. You know how to get messages to and from your contact even over great distances. Specifically, blah, blah. Would that allow me to get the information on where Auntie Romo is?
Interesting. Okay.
Ah.
Yeah. Man, using background features. This is great. What game are we playing? The question is, do you have someone specifically that is like in Auntie Aromo's group? When, by the way, I did hand you someone in Auntie Aromo's group. You just convinced your mom to stop it. Roll for me a history check.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
All right, 13th session,
And
first roll.
15 up.
Oh, Lord, have mercy on my soul.
It's
Medium difficulty.
It's lagging.
lag.
The suspense.
Lag.
I clicked it twice now. It still hasn't come up.
Roll 20, more like roll not at all. I'm sorry, guys. If you
Wait,
want
can
to
I? What
sponsor
if
us,
I
like,
slash
put that.
R?
There
There it is. First roll. 16 minus 1 is a 15. You
15
absolutely have an in with someone that you noticed before on this pier, I think, as you were going by, but didn't really catch it as like, oh, that could be really helpful until you're jogging your memory now. Let me see. You have a contact called Oil.
Oil.
Yeah, it's a young female goblin, a bit younger than you, a bit capricious, kind of a bit like your mom, you know, like willing to go to the next new thing.
Yeah, I was gonna
sort
say
of.
you're using big words right now.
Yeah. But you know, Oil is there on the dock somewhere. You can give me a perception check to see if you can spot her.
Lag.
Again?
Lag. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. What?
Last name Oil, first name Olive.
First name Oil, last name
Fire.
just Oil. It's just Oil.
Why is it? Oh,
Three and
it's a
three.
Yeah, so that's a 3. So you don't currently see Oil, but you know Oil is somewhere there before you. Although, again, they're loading up these ships. They're kind of getting ready to move out. So I won't be there for long. But this is someone that you know is
Another 3.
involved in this.
Sorry, I spammed it because I was getting impatient. But
Well, we can't wait much longer. Should we get in a boat?
okay, wait. I have a contact. She should be around here somewhere. She works somewhat closely with Auntie Spleen. She should be able to give us some information. I just need to find her. I'm gonna proceed to give them a description of her.
Does she have any distinguishing features like scars or weird hair color?
Yeah, so I'm taking artistic liberties. So she has this massive scar across her eye. So this eyeball is white because, right? And then she dyed her hair red, and it's like spiky.
Ray?
That's Oil for you.
I'm picturing the gremlin from the Gremlins movie that wears the wig.
Yes. But with a scar and an eye missing.
Yeah. Beautiful. The sun is down. Remember, once it crests those mountains that just jut out so high above the land that you're on, it sets rather quickly, and you do notice that this is the night of the full moon. Wonderful night for a war.
My time to shine. It's my time.
Rhea, take a point of inspiration to be used at your discretion sometime this evening.
At the start of the session too? Oh, I'm not gonna have to waste it on stupid rolls.
But you can. With that, you notice goblins start jumping into these boats, one after the other, and start pushing off, moving very slowly because they're very weighed down, not by the goblins who are pretty light, but by the massive amounts of artillery that they have.
How far away are these goblins?
They're probably over 100 feet out at the most, but they're kind of, periodic. The closest one is probably 20 feet away. The other ones are like out where a lot of them are out on the end of the dock because that's, remember, where they were collecting all the weapons, out where Aromo's little.
If I were to go out
is.
if I were to go out to Willie's, like onto Willie's boat, would that bring me closer to where they are?
The Willie's boat is right next to you. You could go out on the water with it. It's right there next to you. Remember, he had pulled it, like tied it up on a post by the shore. So that's definitely available to you.
I think I can stop, or at least do something with these boats if I can get out there a little bit.
What do you want to do?
I want to stop them from delivering those weapons to wherever they're bringing them.
I think they're using them.
Yep, I know, guys. I want to stop them from using them. Yes, that's what I want to do here. I'm gonna go. I'm done talking. I'm gonna go. And I'm just gonna start to head out there.
Are these boats perchance closer than 120 feet from us?
Many of them are. I mean, there are probably like a couple dozen boats now going out.
Are there some that are like tied together or stuff?
Some of them are still tied to the dock as they're like starting to untie it.
Okay, well I could stop them right now and like burn them.
Hey, I think Mina had an idea too. Why don't we pile in the Willie's boat and shove off?
Okay.
You all get into this boat, which is much sturdier. As someone who makes his living and has been on boats his whole life, sturdier and less leaky than all of the boats that you're going towards. As you untie Willie's boat, push it off, still with this chest that's bolted down into a lot of substances that make one of you in particular, Vogue, very excited.
We can't sink, okay? We cannot lose this this load?
You got it, boss.
You notice towards the front of this pier, one of the goblins, the one who I think stabbed one of you a little bit last session. Yeah, you got slightly stabbed. She is trying to like make like a regiment out of these goblins that are going to be going on foot. And they're like not having it. One tries to like run past her, and she grabs it by the collar and yanks him back, and ends up sprawled out on the ground, knocking over 3 others. But they're getting ready for their ground assault as well as the naval battle.
Is that one that's trying to organize them look familiar or distinctive? In any way?
Just that it's the one that stabbed Rhea last session.
Oh yeah, okay.
And wouldn't let you onto the dock.
Oil is not the one that stabbed me last session. Good
No,
to
it
know.
was not. It was not your friend and contact, Oil. No.
All right, so Vogue's manning the oars, and I'm trying to like skirt around Willie's little dock thing to get towards the goblins that are departing.
Yeah. You have a pretty open area, and you start making your way that way. You are quicker than them. Although not as quick as you could be, because there were both a lot of drugs and a lot of stinky grunion fish in this boat.
I should
currently.
have thrown these out, but
And I'm very weak. Throw these out. What do you mean? That's how the dogs. We need them for the dogs.
right, I forgot. Great.
Also, they don't smell that bad. They're a great ingredient.
I mean,
Local.
they're making the boat heavier, but anyway. Mina, what's your plan?
Matt, you said they were like it was like ordnance, like it was like cannon or firepower. What did you say it was?
No. Oh no. Like Molotov cocktails.
Okay, that works.
Spears, broken bottles, like whatever. Some of them are real weapons. A lot of them are old real weapons that other people might have thrown out. A lot of it's a bunch of sharp or heavy-looking bullshit.
So as we get closer, I will call upon the spirits of the lake, and I'll start to begin to cast shape water to attempt to move the close of these boats like farther out into the lake away from the dock, so they can't be
Oh, nice.
not closing in there.
Beautiful. Give me an Arcana check to kind of see how many of these ships you're able to affect with this. Fuck, dude.
Holy.
So this is
Wow.
beautiful. So you cast Shape Water.
And I think what this looks like is Mina is she spent her whole life by this lake. She knows it better than anywhere. The eels, the grunion, like all these the creatures, the plant life that make it up. This one breathing, living mass that we call the lake, and take them away from here, where they can't hurt anyone. She whispers to the spirit.
With a natural 20, equaling a 25 with your pretty nice Arcana check, it is affecting not just all the boats that were like on this side of the dock, but even some towards the front of the other one, as the water almost subtly at first starts sweeping them towards the center. A couple others, while unaffected, are just confused, I think, about the direction that the other ones are heading in. And with the 25, with your connection to the lake, I'm going to give you something else. There is something in this lake.
Yeah, that
Something-
D20 roll was suspicious.
Something under the water that feels not necessarily like it doesn't belong, but maybe like it doesn't belong this close to the shore or this awake and lively, and that something recently might have stirred it up. And with all this boat movement, something down there.
Something is in the water. Something's in the water. We have to, I think, warn them.
What?
Guys, I don't know what it is, but there's something down there.
Warn who? The goblins you just swept out?
I felt a presence. There's something below. I think it might have been the thing that hit our boat earlier.
Well,
Right.
take a look.
What?
Look in. Can you see?
What are you all doing? No, that direction. Please, don't go that way.
And I'm gonna, Timothy, and I'll send Timothy like doing you know how like a low like flyby like I can picture like an X-wing like over the surface water, and I think I'm just gonna have him do like a sweep, like almost like a figure 8. My eyes roll back into my head.
Yeah.
As I'm just using my Moth OS to attempt to blindsight a sense of a living creature. Now I fully work people this. Now if viewers at home, this is very dangerous for Timothy right now. This is not gonna.
Moths love water. What are you talking about?
He's just a baby. He's a little chunker baby moth.
Yeah, this little hummingbird, this little chunky hummingbird moth, skimming around the water. Please roll a perception check for Timothy. Blind sight, which is beautiful, no disadvantage, even though it is nighttime now. With this, while you are rolling for Timothy, beautiful. Love low rolls. While you are doing that with Timothy, the other ones, as you're now getting past this pier, you also see a similar armada, with Talk, like fully like crossing the Potomac, foot on the front, pointing forward. On the lead ship as they were coming towards the dock and are like, oh, guess we're going that way. And they start to veer out a little bit as well.
Talk is one of my greatest creation ever.
So
Timothy,
they're following the goblins into the middle of the lake?
Yeah. Yeah, they're out for blood.
Wait, no, she's gonna die from whatever's in the lake. We have to warn them. Wait.
Timothy just cannot sense this thing under the water. There's a lot of movement. There's grunion, there's fishies, there's eels, there's like a couple dozen boats with even more coming on. It's hard to parse out things that far below the water when there's so much going on the surface too.
And once he does his little figure 8, I'll start to bring him back to me.
Talk is in a boat that's farther away than 30 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, if whatever you're sensing is dangerous, if you have the feeling it's dangerous, well, Talk is heading right for it.
I don't know if it's dangerous, but it's something that I didn't know. I couldn't sense before. But I'm worried. Maybe, Rhea, could you tell them to call off the war because there's a danger here for them?
I need to get closer. From here, I can't do anything.
Is there a sail on Willie's boat, or is it's just a rowboat?
No, it's just a rowboat. He's an old man in a rowboat. That's.
So I row in the direction of Aromo's pier,
okay.
But in a way that I'm like trying to curl. I think it's like sort of the same direction, right, where Talk is heading.
Yeah. Yes. At this point, you've crested you've gone past the edge of the pier, and you're kind of like in open lake now, which is why you can see this other. I'm gonna call it an armada because you guys are in a place where we're not gonna have a lot of sea battles. This is what you get. This lake this is what we get. Goblins and rowboats, baby. So that's kind of what let you see them, and they're now like turning their trajectory, going further towards the lake center. For better or for worse.
I need to. Okay, if I'm gonna warn them of whatever there is in the water, I need to get closer.
Just shout! They'll hear you.
Hey, I'll help, and I'll again willing the spirit lake to push us forward and move the current of the water to help with Vogue's rowing.
Yeah, at this point, I think that the lake kind of sensing what you wanted it to do. Yeah, that's what fucking happens when you're a witch and you rolled a nat 20, baby. You've like turned the boats, right? So like the front is facing all different ways. They're bunched together and they're like trying to dislodge each other. And now the lake kind of picks up your boat and not literally, but right like creates this current for your boat and starts maneuvering it in exactly the direction you're trying to go. High on spree, Vogue. This is like This is fucking cool.
Yeehaw, baby! Who knew? It got much easier to roll all of a sudden.
Can all of you please roll a Constitution saving throw?
We're really not good at those. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I thought that was mine, but then I realized I had a 2 hours lag, so...
Yeah.
What is up with this lag?
That is a natural 1 for Vogue. That is a 7.
Fashionably late, guys. Give me some time. I like to make you guys wait, you know?
You're gonna have to reload that roll 20 over there.
Yeah, it might fuck up stream for a bit, though.
Might.
I would just refresh the page.
Hey.
And a 16. Rhea, you are so nervous about what's going on. You're very focused on what's right in front of you, and you're feeling. You always feel good, especially in that full moon, right? Mina, your tummy feels a little woobly. Remember, you guys are not used to all this caffeine, and you guys had a good amount of coffee before. Vogue, you need to shit now. It has awakened your insides, and you absolutely need to. Mina, you're clenching.
So I actually did not drink any of my coffee. I didn't drink any coffee.
Okay.
I pocketed mine for future use in case somebody gets any ideas about going to fucking Dreamland.
Maybe the water's making you a little.
I'm just queasy. Oh, probably the scent of Grunion. They smell foul.
Yeah.
I read an article, guys, earlier today saying that about the taste of Grunion, and it was like one taste is enough to last a lifetime. Was the quote that I got.
Man, where do they
They're
sell
apparently
these?
vile.
I gotta get my hands on them. How do they even serve them?
Oh, I don't feel so good, guys.
Me neither. Hey, somebody take the oars. Take the oars, and I like shuffle to the back of the ship and start trying to get out of my pants so I can.
Oh yeah.
What are
Jump.
you doing, Vogue?
Yeah.
Don't look.
You hear the clang of knives against the bottom of the thing as his many knives that he has hit the bottom.
How did we get
He
here?
lost a toe.
And there's an ass hanging outside the back of the boat.
I'm too worried about my balance, so I actually just like drop into the water while holding the boat, drafting behind, and then I just relax.
I hate it here.
Take these oars.
I hate it here. I hate it so much.
Oh my god, that awakening was doing a number on me.
How close? How close are we to Auntie Talk's boat?
Oh, you are getting very close there at that time, and she kind of like sees you and like
30 feet?
joining the fray. You do start to hear the sound of clashes that you cannot see back on the shore.
30
It
feet?
seems that no, but for all the way on the shore, other side of the pier, you can't see it past the piers.
No,
and everything.
I mean, talk.
Oh yeah. Talk
Okay.
is within 30 feet.
Okay. I was being distracted by Vogue, obviously, because he's literally giving me a shit show right now. And then as I turn back and I see that we've gotten significantly closer to Auntie Talk, I think I reach out my hand and whoop, misty step onto her boat. And I kind of land with like a hand on like someone's shoulder as I like stumble forward.
Oh! Ow! Hi,
Oh my
Rhea.
god! Sorry. Whoa!
Yes! Good. Come.
No, okay.
There's your blade.
And then I take Talk by the shoulders and I turn her around towards me. And I obviously I'm fucking sitting down by now because she's so small. And I go, okay. Have you ever heard of the Loch Ness Monster? It's an old tale the Eldens have told for times now.
That sounds like a great story, Rhea. We're here to murder!
Doc, there is a huge monster in the lake right now, and it is not happy because there's a lot of us underwater right now. And when I mean a big monster, I mean way bigger than Jean-Luc. You know how big Jean-Luc is, right?
I'm not that big.
Sorry, Jean-Luc. I didn't know you were there. I should have expected it though.
Big for a grung. He's a large grung.
He's a very big grung. He's yes.
So what I mean it's huge and it seems unusual, as in my specialist friend has never known of such a thing.
Please roll a persuasion check. From the back, you actually, I'm gonna say Jean-Luc actually looks out and says, Look! Vogue is shitting in their general direction as an intimidation tactic. That's a lot of intimidation over
How
there.
can you see me from over there? Stop looking!
She looks at you and says, There's really a monster in the water?
Yes. And I no, don't give me that smile talk.
Sink their boats! Feed them to the monster!
I rolled a 24, man. What more do you want?
You convinced her there is a monster in the water.
Okay, talk.
Um,
And I take her by the shoulder again. What I'm trying to say is, it's gonna eat you as well.
They are the boats are considerably closer together. The two facing off armadas. The others have extricated themselves from one another and are pointing in the direction. You see bottles go up. You see some of these Molotov cocktails get lit. You see someone in a boat, just a couple boats past you from Auntie Talks, light it, and it immediately explodes, and you hear the goblins start screaming as their boat starts to sink, and some of them are splashed around in the water. Some
That was
other
a talk boat or
that was a talk boat.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Are they within? How far away are they?
not terribly far from you because you're
30 feet.
Yeah.
As I see that boat start to sink, Mina will, and then she'll freeze the water beneath where those goblins are about to fall in, like creating like a little ice patch.
Yeah.
So they don't like sink
yeah,
into
and
the water.
they're like trying to stand up and like falling over.
Now that I've evacuated, can I, like, after we move a few feet away, can I stick my head under the water and try to see about this monster?
Yeah, make a perception check.
All right, let's see here. 16. Could be worse. Could be better.
Good thing I know.
Shit.
Exactly.
You don't see anything.
Fuck.
I will
Sorry.
also, I think, like, out of exasperation, Rhea kind of rolls their eyes, and she ends up looking at the moon. And I'm gonna spend 3 of my sorcery points to regain 1 second spell slot.
Ooh.
Okay.
Can I clamber back in the boat or attempt to?
Yeah, I thought you were in the boat with
I
just
thought you were out of the
I
boat.
thought your booty was just sticking in the water.
No, I'm drafting. Like, I got in the water. Like,
That's the way to do it.
Guys,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah, Mina is now
I'm back.
alone in this boat with Timothy, her
But
multi-familiar.
climbing out, dripping from the furry bottom half. What are we doing, Mina? Are we sinking the enemy or?
Well, we're trying to save the goblins from dying. I think I'm concerned. I mean, it's good that we got. I think Rhea's talking to Auntie Talk right now.
Well, I looked underwater and I didn't see anything. How big is this thing?
I don't know precisely even what it is, but I'm concerned that it's something dangerous.
As you're saying that, you start to hear crossbows getting fired. Just a few of them.
Oh.
Just hitting near the boats. Some in the water. One sticks into the side of the boat as they're getting to be close to being in range. And let me. And that's all you see right now.
Oh, I have an idea. Maybe we can attract the monster with the fish, and Vogue will start tossing grunions like one after the other over the side to
Okay.
try to see if we can lure this baby in.
Roll animal handling check.
Oh shit! There you go. Not
It's a
one.
natural one again, man. It's not good.
Hey,
Okay.
3 and 3.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just tossing grunion. Mina's feeling like she might toss some grunion too if this boat doesn't settle down a little bit. And
Don't throw too many, Vogue. I think Willie. That's how he lives.
He lives off of dealing drugs, darling. Grunion's just a cover.
I guess he probably does make more money from the drugs. That makes sense.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Auntie Talk says, I appreciate that you're here. And then she pulls out this oversized
Oh, no.
crossbow. In the end that is wrapped in something, and then she says, "Light it!" and she shoots this flaming crossbow bolt
Ooh.
right into the chest of one of the goblins on the other side as they get close and
Okay, this is the
are
worst
engaging.
I guess.
What is your approach as this is happening?
Talk, wait. Okay, I know someone that's on their sides that can easily tell me where Auntie Spleen is. You want Auntie Spleen dead, right? If you end up killing my contact, listen to me, Auntie Talk. If you end up killing my contact, you'll never find her. She's in hiding right now.
As you're talking, she is reloading. Like, I will say the battle has kind of started at this point. I mean, they're getting closer and closer together still. But those with weapons, ranged weapons, are using them. You see Jean-Luc throw a javelin straight through the neck of one of the enemies. You see a couple of the goblins on Talk's side get glass bottles like smashed over their heads from a distance.
Do you see Rhea's parents anywhere, or are they on shore? We gotta get the hell out of here.
Yeah, Rhea, can you get back?
Shit, fuck. How many boats does Talk have with her right now? Like on her side?
24.
Phantasmal Force only affects one person. It can only do so much.
I don't think we can turn the tide here anymore. We gotta go protect your parents.
Yeah, hearing that. How close am I to their boat now?
Close enough, because I think it was continuing to come closer and closer. So
I can just...
Right. I think you're right alongside each other, but they're kind of like moving at opposite directions.
Yeah, I make it to their boat normally.
You can make an athletics check.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Not a terribly high DC, but you're on moving boats.
Ooh.
It was higher than a 7. You end up in the water. As you like go and splash down into the water. Let me just check something very quickly.
Rhea, grab my oar. We'll pull you in.
You're going too fast. Shit, wait, 15 is a good roll. Wait, I'm scared.
That's not good.
Okay, so it's 23. As you kind of like bob up, and Rhea starts grabbing for the oar, all of a sudden she gets pulled under the water.
Oh shit.
Rhea, you take 11 points of piercing damage.
Oh shit.
And you are grappled. As you are pulled below the water, and you turn around, and what you see is some ways something you've been around a lot, you've seen a lot, you have for dinner often. Even when Vogue does it. What you see is an eel.
Ooh.
But this one's big. It has to be at least 10 feet long in the water. And this one is clamped around your calf, pulling you down. And we're going to pick it up right there after our break.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's not good. I was already not full health, guys. This is not good.
No, you're probably really...
Give me Mario 64 flashbacks. Nothing was scary. The fucking eel and Jolly Roger Bay, dude, when it kills you.
Oh, shit. Okay. See you in
All right, we'll see you in 5
When you missed that jump, I was like,
That's it.
I thought about using my inspiration, but Matt has already done his other roll, so I was like, it's too late.
I know. All right.
All right.
All right.
Don't
All right,
go
guys,
anywhere.
be
I'm
right.
about to die. It's a big moment. You better be there. See you in 5.
Welcome back. Roll for initiative.
Oh, yeah.
16.
9.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God. He rolls a nat 20 on
Fuck, dude.
With a natural 20, the giant eel currently connected to Riowin's calf is going to go first. Chekhov's eel. You eat an eel in Act 1, and the eel eats you
Beautiful.
a little bit later in
slap
Act
a guy
1.
in the face with an eel in Act 1.
Yeah.
Damn it, this is all my fault.
Fuck, man.
No, I brought eels into this. It's my fault.
So, this is what it does. Because you are grappled by the eel, at the start of its turn, you automatically take...
Yeah.
You're dead.
That's a 10 out of 10. 14 points of piercing as its inner jaw clamps down further
Whoa.
on you.
I'm down.
Okay. You are down. Wow. Okay. Hey, guys.
Wow, that's so lame now. I had a plan and all.
It uses its movement and its action to dash towards where all the commotion is, which right now is with Auntie Aromo's fleet.
Did it drop?
And it drops Riowin in the middle of that fleet. So currently, Riowin's body is floating in the water as it releases you to chomp on the throat of a goblin and continue further on. That had been, shot with an arrow and fallen off the side of the boat. So Riowin is no longer grappled, no longer held, currently unconscious and in the middle of the other flea, about 50 feet away from you guys.
Yet.
That's its turn. Riowin is up next. Please roll a death saving throw.
Just roll a nat 20.
Just roll a nat 20.
Oh, close
Whoa!
enough. I mean, close enough.
So close.
19, one success. Excellent.
Not bad.
Good. After Riowin, I think is Vogue. Nope. Vogue is a 9. Mina is a 10. Mina, what do you do?
I think knowing that this is gonna cost me in the long run, I'm gonna just reach out and I'll use my circle protection feature to whisper to Obsession, "I'll find you a tree to replace the one that died," and I'm gonna activate the trigger of effects of warding bond on myself to share damage with any damage I take with Obsession.
Excellent.
And if I see Rhea, do I see Rhea as floating there?
I think you see Rhea, again, about 50 feet away from you, just floating between a couple of these boats, yes.
Remembering the time that she brought me out when the water bear dragged me in, I think Mina, without thinking, dives in after her.
Okay.
I'll use my movement to swim as far as I can towards her.
It was your action to do your circle of protection?
Yes, that uses my action, and then this is my movement.
So you can move, is your movement 30?
I think it's 30 base, 30 base, I'm pretty sure.
So you move 15 feet in the direction of Riowin.
Yeah, I'm coming.
At the end of your turn, Vogue, what do you do?
I
Still in the boat.
scream, Rhea, hold on! None of you goblins better hit her, I'll kill you! And he just starts rowing as fast as he can in that direction.
Roll an athletics check for me.
My specialty. 12. Pretty good.
12, yeah, not bad. I think you're moving in that direction. Mina's moving a little bit quicker, just as fully unencumbered as she is. But you're kind of keeping pace. I think she dived off the front of the boat.
No weapons, no armor, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. So she's a bit ahead of you.
Is the shape water still pushing us? Or did that stop?
At that point, I think I would have had to stop because I did the circle protection thing, which would have broken it up. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
And I have
Generally,
my
they get
net as
the spell warding bond, except it's reverse warding bond, so I get I can inflict it on her.
Yeah, that's sick, man. Witches, man. I also have the net that I took from Rhea's parents, so I make sure that that's handy in case I need to net somebody out of the water.
Definitely. At the top of the round, I guess at initiative 20, the eel. Let me see. how feisty he's feeling. Not terribly. The eel does not resurface. It seems, although a couple times you see it, a goblin knocks in the water, maybe bobs under and quickly gets pulled down, but is not trying to present itself anymore. At initiative 20, the Goblin War happens. You know, they're getting closer and closer. Clashes are continuing. Bodies and blood flying. Auntie Talk is literally foaming at the mouth with bloodlust. And one of the goblins reaches into the water, pulls out Riowin, and pulls her into their boat.
A talk goblin, right?
A talk goblin. No, I'm sorry, not a talk goblin. No, she is. She is. Goblin. Yep, she is surrounded by the Aromo boats right now.
Oh. See, here's the thing. I don't want any of us to die, right? But like, how cool is it to say, yeah, my character died in the Goblin War?
It needs a year though to sound really good. The Goblin War of
yeah.
What's the year, like 632 or something?
After that, Riowin, please make another death saving throw.
20.
One success, one failure.
It's because they're touching me. they're ruining my peace.
Mina, what do you do?
I think I see them take her into the boat.
Yeah.
And I process like that she's in danger, and I think Mina just panicked, Rhea, and I'll use shape water again to it only so it says if creatures are in it doesn't work, but if I target like an area below the hull of the ship where it's just wood and it's something living, then I'll attempt to just freeze that boat in place so they can't move they can't take her any further away.
Oh. Yeah, fair enough. I think you can do that. You look up and you go, and because you did this with your boat earlier when you were under the docks, right? You reach and this like line of ice just shoots out this one line of frost across the top of the lake, and then just hits the boat and just spreads out, freezing right below. The boat's actually lifted just slightly out of the water before bobbing back in.
I think at that was Mina just yells, "Let her go!" And now that's my turn. And I'll try to use my movement against those.
Yeah, let's say, yep. So you use your movement. You're about halfway there to her now. Vogue, what do you do?
How many goblins are in the boat with Rhea that pulled her up?
Make a perception check.
Oh my fucking god! The third that one. What's happening?
Oh my god!
It is. That was a higher than normal DC for like something like that, because again, there's just a lot of boats out here, a lot of goblins, people getting hit and standing up and throwing javelins and getting shot. I mean, it is all out war right now, and you just can't tell.
So can I see a single like target in the boat, or is it just too crazy and I can't even tell? Like,
you could pick out at least a goblin in the boat, sure.
Okay, then
certainly. I
will, I don't know if rowing is a bonus action or an action. Could I row and shoot or not?
Yeah, you won't go as far, but you could do that.
Okay. So I'll row for a bit and then drop the oars in their holders and grab my short bow, line up one of the goblins in the boat, and loose an arrow at him or her. 13?
13 misses. Goblins are quick. Yeah, they got a pretty decent dex. So one of the you see the one actually that pulled Riowin into the boat and deposits her, and you shoot the goblin. She ducks down, stands back up, and sneers at you, and you see the bright red hair on her head as she does, which you didn't see before with only a nat 1 perception.
It's a good thing I missed.
Does that ends your turn, and then you just rowing on.
Keep rowing.
The main part of the battle is very close together. Some of these boats actually, you hear like the crunching of wood as they smack together. Some are flung backwards. Some jump from one boat into the other. Auntie Talk, you see, in this bright full moonlight jump up with a meat cleaver in her hand, clearing the boat and just come down. The goblin on the other side tries to raise its arm, and she shears right through its arm and slams it in the face. Riowin, please make a death saving throw.
All right, come on. No more playing around.
No, not 20s only. Fuck.
That is 2 failures, 1 success. Mina, you're up.
I think Mina, I'll use my movement to get as close as I can to this boat. How many goblins are on it, Matt? Would you say?
If you dash, you can get there.
I know, but I'm trying to.
I know.
Getting there, not being able to do anything is not great for me.
Yeah.
But how many are on the rowboat with Rhea right now?
That is what Vogue tried to determine, and he was unable to determine it. I think from the water, you have a worse vantage point than
Okay,
he did.
I'll do it blind. That's fine. I'm gonna reach out, and I'll attempt to. I just close my eyes, and I'll try to just push a little bit, and I'll say, "Bring her to me." And I cast Charm Person at 2nd level on the boat to try to beguile the goblins if I can.
If I look awkward, it's because I'm reaching over this piece of cake I haven't taken.
This large ass piece of Deathlight chocolate cake from Greg's.
Yes. Absolutely. Okay, so 2nd level. So what is that?
It just increases it to I can target 2 humanoids.
Cool. Okay, so it's a Wisdom saving throw. Lovely.
Yeah, it's yeah. I'll tell you my DC in a second.
Better be high. These are goblins. That is a 10 and a 17.
Okay.
So one of them, I'm guessing, fails.
If yeah. What the fuck can I find spells DC? What am I doing? Yes, it fails. But my question was, Matt, I don't know your ruling on this because my DC is 13. Okay. But if I am considered fighting them, they get advantage on the save. So if they consider me a combatant in this, then they get.
This is a goblin war, baby. You're a little elf girl swimming in splashing in the water. Actually, they are very much not targeting you right now, even though you're getting closer to them. They don't know who the fuck you are or what you're doing here.
Okay, so then that one I will I'll say bring her to me, and then I will end the freeze effect to try to hopefully let him do something to get her back.
Yeah, as you end it, the boat kind of again as the ice like immediately shatters and starts breaking apart. The boat kind of rocking, creating these ripples around it. At the end of Mina's turn, it is Vogue's turn.
I'm trying to row up, and I don't want to shoot anymore now that I've recognized who I believe is Oil.
Okay.
So I will try to do. Should I roll athletics again?
Yeah. Let's see how well you're doing.
11. All right. So
11. Okay. Yeah, you're making your way, and I think maybe getting a bit frustrated that Mina's getting so far ahead of you. But you're bringing the boat. You're bringing the vessel.
Yes. So as I'm desperately staring at Mina and then at Oil, my eyes kind of twitch for a second, and Vogue's stream of consciousness is now entering Mina's mind and Oil's mind, of like, stroke, they better not hurt her, she better be okay, I'm gonna pick her up as soon as I get there. And you just hear this like angry, stressed out thought pattern in your mind. Okay.
At the top of the round, again, the goblins are entirely entangled now. Jean-Luc actually reaches over the boat, threatening to tip his, but actually manages to tip over the other boat entirely just with his 2 bare arms as Auntie Talk still is jumping boat to boat. It's like she only wants to kill 1 person per boat, but like, so she's like, wee! And like, murdering people with the meat cleaver that she has in her hand. You see this red-haired goblin, try to hoist the much larger Riowin onto her shoulder and starts manages to like pull her all the way to the end of the boat. If this was an anime, her eyes would be swirlies under the effect of the charm.
She's kind of a real one for that.
Is this in the direction of Mina and Vogue?
Yes. Yeah. She's like on the edge of it, like again 1 foot up at the edge with Riowin on her shoulder. Riowin, please make a death saving throw.
Can I use my inspiration if I fail it?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
I was going to be all dramatic about it. You remembered.
So stressed.
Okay, I have another one.
You have a point of inspiration to remake that death saving throw.
Don't fucking die, please. Oh!
That's 2, right? That's 2?
Riowin
You're up.
comes awake.
Holy fuck.
It infused with this moonlight.
Oh my god.
And as you do, and you twist around, you see your friend. Your friend Oil turns around, her one eye a little loopy and droopy, the other one scarred out, as she says, "I need to bring you to that girl!" and just dumps you in the water.
Oh,
God damn it.
Mina, you're up.
Seeing Rhea come awake, I think Rhea's like anguish. I mean, Mina's anguish look kind of goes to just relief. And as I see her enter the water, I'll again try to cast shape water to have the lake move her towards me. And I think under the water, you see my fingers kind of gesticulating as I'm attempting to just commune with the spirit of the lake as I'm suspended in its body.
Sure.
Its
you
spirit.
almost out of those spell slots?
So
I don't remember how many we gave you.
So I have the 4 elemental cantrips in Shocking Grasp. So I have the five elements are as my.
Gotcha.
So I'm not. These are free essentially. These things I can do at will, except for the Charm Person was my Fey Touch feature. So that was the last other spell I cast.
Spell.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm going to attempt to bring her towards me, and I will attempt to swim out to grab onto her to help her float until Vo can get to us.
Give me another Arcana check, please, as you do this. As particularly saying that communing with the spirit of the 21 man.
Yeah.
It's good to get nice Arcanas.
Hey.
You reach out and the water pushes Riowin, who like tumbles a little bit, just having fallen in the water, not sure what's happening. And then you two just come face to face and just embrace with Rita's arms just wrapping around you, Rhea, in the middle of this water.
Yeah, I think Rhea like returns it immediately, and you can hear her like grasping for her air, and she goes like, "You got me, you got me."
Off the side of a nearby boat, you hear one of the goblins, one of Aromo's goblins say, "I know you. You're a goblin. You're one of hers." And lifts up a javelin.
Give me a break, man.
Just to point it towards you. And Mina, I think you instinctively reach out to ask for help from this thing you've connected with. And you see the head of a giant eel come out of the water, bite this thing on its side, and just, without yell, rips it under the water. Everyone actually stops a little bit. That's in that area, kind of stops a little bit once that happens. Like, what the fuck was that?
I think Rhea sees that. She turns back around the board, like fucking struggling to stay out, like overboard, and she goes, "Yeah, don't fucking mess with us."
With that, you are no longer in combat. Vogue brings this boat up right to where the two of you are.
And I dangle the net over the edge so you can climb up easily.
I think Rhea still struggles, but the first thing she does is like she throws herself in Vogue's arms.
Oh
Man, I need to stop fucking dying.
seriously, like, come on.
I know, I'm
And
sorry.
Have you guys seen that picture of the World War II guy fight using the anti-air gun with just his underwear on?
No.
because that's Vogue right now because he didn't have time to put his pants back on.
They're still at your ankles. You haven't lost them. They're just not on.
Take a hit, you'll feel better. And let's get the fuck out of here.
You, Riawin, get this chill. This ice cold chill that runs through you. As you hear a voice in your mind.
No, we've done this before. I don't like this.
And it is a voice that it feels strange, but somehow otherworldly, yet comforting. And it reminds you a bit of when you look up at the moon. This thing that is massive and far away and unknowable, but reassuring to you. And it says, I'm glad that you live.
I think Rhea looks up at the moon, and you can see their eyes, like, they go wide for a second. And they kind of start holding their breath, and it lasts for a few long seconds, and the moment they exhale, I'm gonna cast Second Wind.
Great choice.
10.
And when you exhale,
Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
Holy
something happens that has never happened to you before. Because you have lived your whole life in Parsa. And Parsa is always this beautiful, Californian perfect weather doesn't ever. When you breathe out, you can see your breath. Because it comes out as if you are ice cold.
I kind of look around. Do I see other people's breath?
Everyone looks normal, other than you weirdo.
did we see Rhea's breath?
Yeah.
You smoking?
No. Do I feel cold?
What is that?
You did, yeah. It passes, and you start to warm up, but like ice cold.
There was a chill in the air. Could you not feel that?
No, what must have been a ghost. He'll drop down and just start rowing away from the goblins.
And I think Rhea, she's gone through a lot tonight, so I think they kind of just sit down and they hold their knees, cocoon themselves, and they're just gonna stare at the moon until they're far away enough, and hopefully safe. Maybe not, but
As you row away, do you look back at this battle that's happening, or do you try to look away from it?
Rhea's stuck on the moon. She's
what about-
heard this voice, and
Yeah. What about the other two of you?
Well, to row, you have to look the opposite way of where you're going. So all I'm staring at is the battle.
Sure. So what you see then, as you're staring at the battle, is you see this big eel again come up out of the water, and it is above Jean-Luc, looking towards him.
no.
And you watch Auntie talk, run and jump and hold onto the back of it, and with this meat cleaver hacking away, decapitates this giant eel.
Oh man, when I tell you she's my best creation so far. Hey.
Did you see that, Mina? My Auntie talk just... Wow.
She lands in the boat next to Jean-Luc and holds this eel up and shakes it to drink its blood.
Oh my god.
That has to win the war, right? It's got to be over if you do that.
Which part of the shore are you rowing toward?
I'm trying to row in between the two piers to try to find Rhea's parents in the fray.
Sure. Mina, are you keeping a lookout while Vogue's kind of facing the opposite way as he rows?
I think Mina's just crying. right now.
Yeah.
I think she thought that Rhea died.
You all make your way between these piers and a little bit of safety as you head closer towards the shore. As you get to the shore, and closer to this battle, this combat that's been going on, which seems to have died down. Partially it seems to have died down because Auntie Aromo, her forces seem to have retreated a bit. And Auntie Talk's troops are seeing to their dead and wounded and trying to put out the fire on their dock. A few of the buildings have been lit ablaze. And we know on these docks they can spread very, very quickly.
I think seeing the fire will kind of wake me up, and I'll try to. Have we reached the pier yet, or have we reached?
Yeah, I think you're between the piers. You're like between that one and the next defensive one.
I'll just quickly. I'll jump in and try to put out the fire. I'll be back, and I'll just try to run towards the flames.
Sure. Yeah, you get close enough to the shore to kind of go on. In front of you, Rhea and Vogue, they're trying to take care of some of the wounded, and Mina takes off towards the fires.
Do you see your parents anywhere?
Make a
Yeah.
perception check.
If you ask that question to Rhea, I think they realize that they have to get off the boat for convenience sake. So she does. But she keeps staring at the moon and she doesn't even hear you. Oh.
22. That was a prophylactic invitation to perceive. I got it covered.
You see both of Rhea's parents tending to the wounded.
Okay, so they're both up.
They're both up.
Oh, they're fine. They're safe. Rhea, come back down to earth. What's going on? And is the chest bolted into the boat, you said?
Yeah.
And there's... How big is it?
It's pretty sizable. It's almost like a foot locker at the bottom of a bed would be.
Damn it. Alright, I just open it and start putting handfuls of drugs in my backpack.
Okay.
And you just hear it talk to me about.
The moon did?
Yeah.
What'd it say?
And that's when they finally turn to look at you. And they have like the biggest, like, not doe eyes, but like wide and like full of wonders. It said it was glad I was alive.
Me too.
It saw me, bro.
Great. Did you take a hit to the head, or...
And I think she furrows her eyebrows after saying it saw me, right? And then she looks at the ground. And she looks back at you. You said you saw my parents? Where are they?
They're just there. They're tending to the downed one there.
You do see your parents. They are covered in blood, but it does appear to be others as they're trying to tend to their wounded comrades.
I'll go see if I can help them.
Mina, how are you helping with the fire as you get to the pier?
I think I'm dashing up. I'm gonna choose a point within range where I feel like it's like the edge, like kind of like fire containment strategies. You look at the edge of the fire where it's spreading. Identify a point of most danger for like conflagration. And I think I do some basically like some firebending shit, but like reverse firebending, where I just and I will use control flame to extinguish the flame within a 5-foot cube.
Nice.
And just put it out, and I can do that as an action, so I can repeat it every round if I need to try to prevent the. Basically, what me is trying to do is just trying to prevent this whole dock from going up.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what it is. I think a couple of the buildings that are lit closer to the shore are kind of given up. Actually, some of the goblins are underneath the dock trying to take out some of the supports below those buildings to just drop them off the dock and into the water. You actually run a little bit past the flames where others are trying to grab buckets. And as you start doing this much more effectively than they are able to like congregate on the other side of this pier so that between the two of you, you kind of meet in the middle. And it's looking pretty good. As one of these buildings, Vogue, roll any dice for me, even, odd.
Do you want to work?
Would you one will not work? That would just be a ball.
1.
Okay.
You manifested that.
Yeah. With a 1, on your side of the dock, one of the goblins is able to break out the supports underneath this building. And the building starts to fall towards the boat. Rolling out dexterity saving through to get out of the way.
Oh no! Not
The
the
drugs are going. Bye-bye.
Okay, you dive out of the way as this boat and the rest of its contents are smashed under the weight of this building that is burning.
As I come up for who did that way?
The goblin that did it looks around and then runs away, so he doesn't get blamed.
Kick your ass!
The goblin war seems to be dying down. From what you can see in the distance, it seems that Anti-Talk's forces have won this sea battle, whereas it seems to have died down also on the shore.
Somebody pull me out of here.
Am I too far? I went towards my parents. Am I too far to hear him now?
I'm just like clinging to a pier upright that's all covered in algae and slime.
Yeah. Okay, if I heard you, I think I'll like turn back around. What happened?
They dropped a building on me! It's the boat
Just come over
sank!
here.
Great. But I saved a bunch of the drugs, Rhea, don't worry.
Oh. I need so much opium right now.
And I just have the backpack, like, out of the water in one arm. Did we win the war?
We won the battle, that's for sure.
We gotta hunt down Aromo now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we do. Because otherwise, this is just gonna repeat itself.
Alright, just let me get my pants! They sunk!
Right, they're still off. Alright.
Did you fully doff your armor to take a shit?
No, I was left in my boxer briefs, which have red hearts on them.
Cute.
Yeah, the battle seems to have come down. You see Anti-Talk's forces with those that they can bring back returning. Many boats sunk out, but mostly Anti-Aromos, it seems. They seem to have taken some prisoners. Well, as they're coming back to the edge of their pier, Talk again looking rather triumphant towards the front of the boat.
Did they keep the eel head?
Hard to see from this distance. She's definitely not like holding it up over her, so it could be in the boat, but it's hard to say.
Do I
Like
see
a good
Mina?
trophy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, at this point the fires are kind of going. These couple buildings have been like broken off from the pier and just allowed the remains of them to smolder a little bit on the edge of the waters.
I think Rhea takes Bug's hand. Like very I think it kind of feels like you're holding a child's hand. I think Rhea feels frail right now. But she starts dragging you towards Mina.
Oh, here we go. Mina, nice job with the fire.
Mina will turn towards you guys.
You saved them, Mina. Good job.
I think she just like sprints at Rhea and wraps her arms around her. Says, "Please don't leave me, Rhea. Please don't leave me."
And in this beautiful moment,
Ruined.
as that's happening between you and your good friend, as a connection breaks between you and a companion far away, you hear a reminder. You owe me a tree.
I think Rhea kind of absentmindedly lets you hug her for a while, and then they take you by the shoulder, and they kind of lean forward, so your faces are really close, and she just silently wipes your tears, and she's what's it called, doing this?
Shaking her head.
Yeah, just like very slowly and like absentmindedly shaking her head, wiping your tears away. And I think after a few seconds, she just whispers, "Never, never."
You have to be safe, Rhea, from now on. Okay? I can't keep losing you like this.
And Rhea will smile, and she'll tilt your chin up and push your head to look towards the moon, and she'll whisper in your ear, "It's okay. He's watching over me now."
The sound of footsteps, many footsteps falling on the pier, precedes you seeing Talk with her forces marching down the center of this pier towards the land. She surveys the area quickly. Jean-Luc, pointing to a couple people, like moving them along where they've got to be. And then she looks around at what she has left of her crew, which is a good portion. And she says, "All right. So, next order of business: blockade Auntie Aromo's pier. They have dwindled forces. They may not leave until they give us the Auntie's head, or like the rest of her too, and then I'll take the head myself. Whatever. Go blockade, Jean-Luc, blockade."
I can't believe we almost lost Jean-Luc. Holy fuck. That was like a roller coaster of emotion.
Yeah, and they do seem to be... some of them go to set up on the land. Some others go and find boats further down the pier to make a full blockade around this one pier, to demand the life of the auntie of the pier.
Do you feel like blockading or not so much?
You know what? I feel like tonight's a good night to spend under your bridge.
Every night's a good night under the bridge.
Yeah, I think Rhea wants to spend the night under the stars tonight.
Mina, you're invited.
I still think Spleen can be saved, guys. I won't abandon her to death without at least trying to change Auntie Talk's mind.
Well, they're calling for her head, though. It's not just talk at this point. You think you should help Oromo escape?
No, maybe we can convince Auntie Talk to let us take her to someone who can help her. I don't know if she's in control of her actions. I don't know if she's choosing to do these things or they're making her do them. And if I had been taken over by something like that, I don't think I'd want to be abandoned.
Well, let's give it a go.
Vogue. The ground seems to shake a little bit under your feet.
Whoa.
Like it's on the, you've done a lot of things today. Awakening. That there hot Java. Some fantasy speed or whatever the hell you want to call it. And when it resettles, everything around you is very fuzzy. The colors become almost like an oil painting, bleeding into one another. It looks almost kaleidoscopic, and it's hard to tell the ground from the sky.
Oh, it's beautiful.
You may or may not be hearing some Pink Floyd music at the current moment. It's and something coming towards you from the distance.
I close my eyes for a second, then open them again, enjoying the colors.
Make a
sort of
perception. Oh, sorry.
lazily try to see what it is approaching us.
A 15 perception. Yeah, as it gets closer, it starts to be a little more clear. It's a strange looking creature coming towards you, something you've never seen before. It walks with a waddle on these tiny little feet, little webbed feet, black as they come towards you. It might be a bird, but it doesn't look suited to flight. It's chubby. Black and white with just this little bit of like orange around its head. As something that you don't recognize, but you, Andre, may recognize as the Emperor Penguin, waddles closer to you. And then it kind of looks around for a second. And then its beak opens and it says to you, "Why did you bring me here?"
Just look at the colors, man.
I was in the middle of some very important things. It's not polite to pull one away.
What could be so important to a bird?
Fish! Fishing! Eating fish.
We got plenty of that here in Grunion Run, I'll tell you.
No, my husband is sitting upon an egg. It's not just food for me.
I
That
forgot.
doesn't sound very comfortable.
You're very bothersome. What are those things at the bottom of your legs? Those look stupid.
They're hooves.
Thank you for the research,
Hooves?
Jovan. Thank you.
Where are we, anyway?
That's what I would like to know.
Do we see that penguin?
I'm not talking to you right now,
Okay.
Eve.
Fine.
What's your name?
You
What
say it like 7d8 times a day.
What do you mean I called you here? I don't remember doing that.
Certainly you were the one that called. Well, I suppose I'll have to find my way back. And
Wait,
Ti-
no, already?
yes? And turns around.
Who
Why?
are you, though?
What do you mean?
Do you have a name?
A name?
What does your husband call you?
He calls me life mate.
That's sweet.
Well, all right. You damn sissy.
Hey,
Things to
I
do.
went through a lot today.
You! Look at this fucking place.
Is it great?
Nope.
Suit
And
yourself.
as you see the little tail of this emperor penguin as it waddles away. The colors go back to normal, and you are walking with Mina and Riowin on the beach, who did not see the penguin.
Did we hear him talk to it though?
Nope.
Okay.
You did not.
Man, these birds, gotta love them. Life mate. Imagine that.
I like that, like, Ree is high on the trail of death. Book is high, and Mina's like high on traumatism.
My good friends, it is usually our normal stopping time, but we also started a little bit later than normal, and tomorrow is Saturday. Did you want to go a little bit longer, or is this a good place for you to start?
I'm down to going a little longer.
Let's keep going.
I wouldn't mind continuing.
We got a Romos to save.
All right. Well, let us not have terribly dramatic music. You walk to the foot of the dock where Talk's forces have set up a little command center. They are armed. They are pretty heavily armored. There are about a dozen of them there. You see other boats, just 3 of them, kind of like arranged a little bit further towards the other end of the pier. So again, blockade all of the forces. They don't seem to have any boats left, all having been sunk towards the middle of the lake. But nonetheless, even if they have them, it seems they're not getting out.
Could I make a kind of check, man? I'm not sure what it would be, but to determine if the goblin I had charmed, who I think was Oil, is among the prisoners taken or is fully extinct dead.
You don't know that because the prisoners were deposited before they, remember the Auntie Talks little nightclub thing, which is where you assume the prisoners were taken, is at the other end of the pier. So they would have been brought there before they made their way down the rest of the pier. So you're not sure if Oil made it or not.
Rhea, the goblin who carried you, they're friendlier to me still for our next little bit of time, so I don't know if we should try to find them.
Yeah, I mean, if someone, and I lower my voice, if someone on Spleen's side is going to tell us where she is, Oil is probably your best bet.
I don't think she's in the fortress. I think she's probably somewhere else.
You think you took her prisoner?
Here at the end of this dock, while the goblins run around setting up, actually like barriered fortifications too, in case they're rushed. They really kind of thought this out. Jean-Luc stands before them at the end of the dock, and he kind of puffs out his froggy throat, and he yells, "If you've got Auntie Aromo in there, Auntie Talk really wants her. You gotta bring her out now." Now!
What a national treasure. We can't lose this guy.
There's like a bit of reverb on that too. It sounds perfect.
Sometimes I'm a genius at voices.
Did you see them take Oil prisoner? Because I didn't notice.
Who, Oil?
What?
Oh yeah, we definitely got her.
Oh, good.
Jean-Luc, can I talk to her?
Oh, yeah, probably. She's at Auntie Talk's place. She's, they're in. We didn't really have cells or anything, but they're like, I don't know, tied up or something.
Okay.
I wasn't in charge of that. I was in charge of the blockade.
If you were in charge of that, we would know it was well done.
Yeah, the blockade looks pretty good, right?
It does. Good
Looks
job.
great.
Looks great.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Is Talk out here too?
No, Talk is back with.
Oh Lord, have
wow! These cats are crazy. No, Auntie Talk stayed back at her pier.
Oh, perfect then. We can talk to both of them.
Oh, did you just walk over here to walk right back?
I guess so.
You're not gonna hang out?
Maybe another time, Jean-Luc.
You wanna bring me a sandwich?
I will bring you a sandwich.
Yes, and John, can you wait to order a final assault until we get you that sandwich?
Oh, I don't think we're just gonna blockade them and starve them to death until they give us Auntie Oromo.
Okay.
We might set them on fire a little bit. It depends on how it goes.
Maybe wait for the fire until you have a nice sandwich.
That sounds great. Goblin Wars, am I right?
Yeah.
They work up an appetite, yeah. That's true.
Give it here, and I'll put my hand up for a high five.
He licks your hand.
Nice.
Well, he licks the packet of spree I was holding between two fingers.
Whoa!
Enjoy.
Oh, no.
No, I really want a sandwich.
Oh no, what have you done?
Oh, baby.
Alright, I'll be seeing you around, Jean-Luc.
All right. I'm kind of a little numb now. That's supposed to happen.
Make sure you swallow.
I'm drooling.
What he said. Let's get out of
That's
here.
what she said, indeed.
What, is that his first time? What?
I'm not
Nope.
sure. I don't think I've ever seen him use, and I've never like sold it to him. But
This is opening up a whole new part of my personality.
but you know, like
You're welcome.
he follows
First
Auntie
one's-
Talk everywhere, so if she uses, he probably does. You know.
Right. That's what I figured. Anyway.
I don't think the drug business is great for the goblins. It seems to be
I mean,
not.
is drug business ever good?
No, I don't think so. It seems rather harmful.
It is.
Seems pretty good for some people, like Kier and Fausta.
I don't know, folk. Faust seems like something bad happened to him, and maybe he's was really changed by it.
Everything that goes up must come down.
Kier
The moon
talks like he's really important, but I think Kier's just really sad in his
doesn't
heart.
kick his ass one of these days, to be honest.
Yeah.
Rhea, could you show us where Talk's place is?
Yeah. And we
As you walk back towards the pier, you actually see Auntie Talk at the edge of the pier, still covered in the blood of goblins and giant eels alike. You actually find her with the bodies of those that died during the land assault, just absolutely weeping over them, her head on the chest of one of the fallen goblins.
Uh-oh.
And others are just kind of giving her space to do that.
Ooh, maybe we talk to Oil first.
Yeah, I mean, I think we give Talk some space right now.
I agree. Yeah. Do you know where Talk's place is, where they're keeping her?
Yeah. We went there before, right?
We visited.
Yes,
there
this is
once
this is where you first went to talk.
Yeah.
To talk.
So we'll just head back there.
Yeah, easy enough. You make your way over, and it's that nightclub kind of atmosphere. And sure enough, there are some of the goblins kind of sitting around as you walk down the steps into this place, like on the comfortable, like couch kind of seating. Some sitting at tables around. No one is up in Auntie Talk's like little VIP area that she has, and kind of along some of these couches, almost like made comfortable but tied hands and feet, are some of the goblins. A couple of them are gagged, but only like a couple of them, probably because those are the ones that wouldn't stop talking.
Do I see Oil?
You definitely see Oil. She is one that is gagged.
I'm gonna walk up to her.
As Rhea's walking up to her, I'd like to just just grab Vogue's hand, like hold his hand, and just like stop him for a second.
You right?
Did you save any dream?
I was just grabbing handfuls, probably.
Will you give me some?
No. You kidding me? That's not a good place to start. Have a little spree instead. To make
Folk,
you
I
feel
need
better.
to know what. I don't want to take it. I need to know what it is.
How about we discuss this in the morning when I'm sober? I don't know if I can make a good decision right now.
If I'm going to supervise you, I need to know what it is.
That makes sense. Yep. You need one right now.
Folk, my mom. I don't know. I don't know what happened to her, but I need to find out.
Okay. But taking Dream, I don't think is going to help with that.
I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it.
Promise?
I just need to bring it to someone. Brock, he knows people. I might be able to find an alchemist who can tell me what it is.
Oh, like other than Satchel? Oh, that guy we met, right?
Somebody at the university maybe could tell me. I don't know, but I need to figure out what. I need to figure out what it's made out of. What if it's just an illusion, or if it's a real other place you're going to? I need to figure it out.
Right. Well, I promise I dedicate one of the dreams I got to that, or even more. I probably only need one.
Mina holds out her hand.
All right, you said you aren't going to take it. If you start to take it, I'm going to hit you really hard. And I'll go in my pack and pull out one of the dreams that I rescued.
I like how when Mina first was like, "Yeah, I won't take it," Vogue was like, "You pinky swear."
What is
As-
Dream? I asked this as a. I have no idea. What do I see when Vogue takes this thing
It's a
out?
powder. It's a powder in a little fantasy plastic baggie. It's not plastic. It's fantasy plastic. It's not. It's fine for the environment, really.
Like it's
Fully
wax.
fully biodegradable.
Beeswax. It's a
No
beeswax
microplastics
wrap.
at
It's
all.
beeswax situations. Yeah.
Nice.
As that conversation is going on, and as Vogue is handing over this wax-covered powder to Mina, Riowin steps over to Oil,
Do I
who's
have
sitting a bit on her own.
like a stool that I can pull out to like sit right in front of her?
Yeah, you can pull a chair
Okay.
over from one of the nearby tables as she's.
So I think I like turn the chair back around and I sit all cool on it, you know, and I cast minor illusion in front of her, so that she still looks like she's gagged.
Nice.
But then I reach out through the illusion and I remove the gag and I touch. Oil Eye. There's an illusion in front of you right now that makes it look to others like your gag is still on. So we're gonna have a very subtle conversation, you and I.
Oh, my jaw really hurts.
I
That
know.
didn't feel good.
I'm sorry they did that to you. Are you okay?
I mean, I'm tied up.
Okay, we can.
Is Talk gonna cut my head off?
I'll make sure she doesn't. I will get.
Oh,
you
that's
out.
really nice of you.
I will get you out of here.
Why were you in the water? You were like weren't anywhere, and then all of a sudden you were in the water.
It's a long story. Listen, Oil.
I was like, I don't know that many people that are red, so it must be you.
Must be, and you knew right. I thank you. You saved me. I need to know where Auntie's playing.
Roll a persuasion check at advantage, please.
Hey. Oh!
23, not good enough. Give that advantage when we get to 26. Oh, yeah, I totally, yeah, Auntie Talk must be looking for Spleen now. She won. We don't know where Spleen is.
You have no idea?
She disappeared earlier today. There was something going on. There was some murdering or something.
Yeah.
And then she disappeared, and we haven't been able to find her.
Where was she last seen?
In her warehouse. Before that weird creature.
Was it
got
when
killed.
was it when me and my friends visited?
Were you there? They said it was a goblin and then 2 non-goblins. Was that the 3 of you?
Yeah, I was the goblin.
Oh. Yeah,
Okay.
they didn't say which goblin. They just said it was a goblin.
So you haven't seen her since then?
No, nobody has. And we did see some of those little thingies.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the big ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some of those, but we thought they were going to help us in the Goblin War, and then they left too. I think they swam away.
Do you know of any hideouts she may have that you guys didn't check?
Talk has been gone. Not talk. Spleen, aroma, whatever. She's been gone for a while. She just came back like 2 days ago.
So she's
I
here.
think. I mean, no. If she was been here before that, I had no idea.
Okay, so you know where she is. You've heard of her.
What? Yeah, I mean, she's from here with us. She grew up here.
No, you just said Splina has been back 2 days ago.
Yeah, a couple days ago, she started setting up meetings to become an auntie.
Oh my god,
She
I
seemed
forgot
to
that
come out of
all of
nowhere.
you. I forgot everything we went through took place in the last 48 hours. Holy fuck, okay. Okay.
Yeah, remember this is a Metaspiel game. Chauncey was killed last night, people.
Yeah.
Last
oh my
night.
god, are you kidding me?
Okay, so from what I'm understanding, you guys are fighting a war without a leader.
Yeah, I mean,
How are your troops even motivated right now?
well, Spleen was the auntie, and she told us Goblin War. And once someone said Goblin War, they were pretty motivated. They also had like a lot of like drugs, and they were taking it, so they were really, really motivated. They had a lot of awakening.
Okay, yeah, about that one.
Yep.
I saw them take
the
something.
beans. They were like chomping on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I took one. It was good. It didn't taste good, but like I felt good afterwards. I pooped a little.
Okay. Good to know. So that's what you guys took before the fight? A week?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess sometimes you can drink it, but sometimes you can just eat the berries, and it doesn't taste very good.
Yeah.
I tried to like eat it and then lick a frog really quick to see if that would help, and it didn't help.
No. Oh. Like a
Not the
pill?
way.
Did you try to just swallow it?
I gotta try that next.
You should. You probably should.
But without those things, I don't know if we're gonna get any more awakening.
You lost contact with them?
They left. They're a bunch of little bitches. They were gonna fight, and then they swam away.
I mean, I know where those things are.
Oh,
Do you think Auntie Aromo is with them?
then we can get more. Then we can get more awakening.
Be careful with that because there's a bird man going around lasering people. You don't know what a laser is, but it's a big boom beam, okay? And yeah, he does that to people selling awakening.
I'm not trying to sell it. I'm trying to take it.
Well, if you get caught with awakening, they're gonna assume you're selling it.
If I take that 3 times a day, I'd be an auntie in no time.
I bet you would, Oil, and I would support you. However, wait,
Don't give her ideas.
wait, Oil. What if you took over Auntie Spleen and then you allied yourself with Auntie Talk so that the war would be over?
If I take over for Auntie Spleen, then Auntie Talk would have to cut off my head.
No, because you would treaty with her.
But she won she won the Goblin War.
So what you could do is go up to Talk, or I will, because I don't want her to hurt you. And I'll say, I know this goblin who's willing to take over Auntie Spleen's troop and her role as an auntie. And she's willing to offer you Auntie Spleen's head when she finds her in exchange for a peace treaty.
Auntie Spleen is an auntie. How could I be an auntie? That doesn't make any sense.
Right, I forgot you guys have honor and shit when it comes to that.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want me to be some bitch ass auntie? That
No. You deserve
do
better
that.
at that, Oil. You do.
what am I, Spleen? She sucks.
Okay.
Oh, look at me. My name's Spleen. I'm reading a book, and I don't like boys. Dumb.
Anything wrong with not liking boys?
Oh, wait a minute. Something's in my ear, and my arms are tied. Can you get it out?
Right.
I can't quite hear what you're saying. Oh, thanks. Thank you for doing that. Yes, that was helpful. I can hear
That
you
was
now.
awfully convenient. Okay. So if I look around the room, is there any guards even?
Oh, yeah. There's plenty. There's about 15 or so talk goblins around. I mean, they're not like actively guarding. They're just kind of like sitting around. Some of them have gotten drinks and are like
Is there like
getting their drink.
is there like a window in like the behind of oil or something? Something she could get out from?
Ooh, make a perception check to see the best egress for the oil.
Roll to assess the situation. Wait.
Oh, we missed that game.
There are windows, but it would be very conspicuous to try and open. None of them are open, right? Like they were a little bit defensive and closed them all. You know that none of them are terribly well oiled. It'd be very difficult to oil them up to get oil out.
Mina. Can you
Yes,
come over
Rhea?
here, please?
Sure.
You know how do you remember when we went into Willie's place and I hit the door with another door? Can you do something like that, perchance?
Like, make something appear to be real it isn't?
Uh-huh.
No, I can't actually do that.
Well,
I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. Okay. Can I make my illusion as big as I to make it so it covers as much as it possibly can, so that they wouldn't see her open the window that's behind her if I let her go?
This is a minor illusion.
Yeah. It's not that big.
Rhea,
I don't know.
maybe
I don't know foot.
It's also not that impressive.
if we can get a Romo or save Spleen, then maybe we can come back for oil after.
I'm just scared. You know when Jean-Luc said they might burn down a little bit? I can't let that happen to oil.
Oh yeah, I don't want to burn down even a little bit. Wouldn't be great.
Yeah.
And maybe you could ask Auntie Talk to free her, because she'll lead us to Spleen.
Yeah,
And she can drink her blood or something. I don't.
Or because she saved you. Maybe they'll let her go because of that.
Matt, do I feel like Goblin Honor Code would they honor her saving my life?
Roll a history
Oh.
check.
Huh.
A.
It might.
Fuck. I feel like they wouldn't, because I tried telling Auntie Talk that she was an asset earlier and she didn't care.
What are you worried about, though? That they'll just execute him?
Yeah.
But the war's like won, isn't it?
No, the battle is. They won't stop until they have Auntie Spleen.
Then just take her and tell these goblins that Auntie Talk told you to do it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, do that. I'll back you up.
If
Pull her up like you're just drag her out like you're supposed to do it. Rhea, just tell anyone who asks you in your big strong voice, be like, "No, Auntie Talk told me, stupids."
Wow, nice impression. I could also go distract them for a bit if that's what you need.
Okay.
This is a great. I love this.
Okay, go poop or something. I don't know.
Okay.
You can do much better than that.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm a little hungry, but my mom always told me not to eat after midnight.
So okay, Spleen, forgive me. I'll fix that later, and I put the gag back,
Oh, I guess so.
and I draw the illusion, and I turn back to Vogue and Mina, sorry, and okay, we're gonna do that. The two of you are gonna try distracting them first, and if they see right through it and they come up to me when I'm trying to drag her out, I'll use my big, strong, scary voice and
Hey, Rio, what? Yeah, what are you doing over there? What are you doing over there with oil?
I slap Vogue in the face.
Hey, jeez. All right, I'll get to it. Okay?
And I kind of lean towards Oil one last time, and I go, act like you hate me. And I kind of like by her, like her wrists are like this, but in her back, I imagine.
Mhm.
So I kind of like push her up by pulling them up, like forcefully, and I start pushing her towards the main door.
What? Oh, are you taking her?
Yeah, Auntie Talk told me that she needed her.
Okay.
I thought we were going to distract him. I guess we don't need to.
No need. He just got slapped for no reason.
What the hell?
You deserve for taking your pants off on that boat. And also, Willie's boat is sunk. Well, we have to replace it now.
Okay.
Something. I don't know. He needs a job. He's gonna just.
We
wither
just get
away
another
now.
boat. There's like 20 of them out there with no owners.
They're having
Whatever,
therapy in the goblin jail cell.
We'll
Holding
deal with
room.
Willie tomorrow. Let's follow Rhea before she gets away.
Okay.
I was gonna juggle. Why'd you slap me?
She said we get a distraction.
That was so funny.
Yeah, you make your way out with Oil, who says,
Just wait until we're further out. And I walk her farther out until we're actually like out of like sight and earshot. And
Are you
I
going down the pier towards the water or towards where Auntie Talk was weeping?
no, away from Auntie Talk for sure.
So out
"So that's
to
the water."
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, no, because then she's fucking stuck there.
Right.
But we're gonna have to go in front of Auntie Talk.
Or we untie her and she's get her away somehow.
Could we redirect to Willie's house to access the underground?
Such a great idea. Let's do that, Mina.
That's on another pier though, isn't it?
Willie's house is not on the docks. No, he's one of the first buildings on that main strip of Grunion Run.
Maybe we can check it on Willie while we're at it.
He ran off, remember? He said, Goblin War back in 79, they
pooped in his
almost
pants.
killed me.
He had
And
poop
then
in his
pooped
pants,
and
fuck.
ran, yeah.
Yeah. So you're not the only one who's pooped tonight.
Why is everyone so latched onto that? Like, everybody poops, okay?
You did it in front of us.
I had to!
No.
The GM said, guys, he said I had to poop.
You would not believe it. There was this voice in my head. Okay, yeah, we go towards the water. Okay, listen, I'm gonna set her free by the water. I hold her that, and then we can go with finding Auntie's place. And
Sounds good.
I direct her towards the water first.
But Rhea, maybe Oil can talk us past some of Spain's guards.
Yeah, we'll meet her over there.
We can ungag her now. I mean, we're pretty far away.
Okay, I'll ungag her.
She was shrieking or something.
My jaw hurts so much. Rhea, you're just the worst. I can't believe you did that. You're terrible.
I got you
Terrible.
out, didn't I?
can't. Oh, but how dare you touch me, you fiend?
Okay, you
She
can
just
stop
rescued
acting like
you.
you hate me now.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh, okay. That's helpful. Can you untie my hands?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Thank you. Oh,
Can you
I've
swim?
had this itch for like 10 minutes.
What's on the back of her?
Ugh.
She just hit
She just had this itch, you know, and her hands were tied, so
Yeah.
it made it feel
No,
even
it's
worse. Yeah.
frustrating. I get it.
Ugh.
Okay, so you heard the whole convo. Oil. We need
Yeah.
we need to find Auntie Spleen, and so
Sure.
we might need you to talk your way for us through some guards and stuff.
Yeah, she's not on the pier. Nope.
But we know where the Aromos went. They're underground, and we can get there. And if we
Oh.
go down there and Auntie Spleen's people are there, then you can help us talk with them.
What people?
Guards? I don't know.
Oh, she left all of us.
She ran off alone. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't need
She's
to
an
put you in
asshole,
danger,
auntie.
then. Yeah, no,
Ass-
she's a pussy.
Ass auntie.
She's a big
Ass
pussy.
asty.
We
Ah,
went down to
trademark
that.
that.
When Spleen went away, and then she came back, was she different when she came back?
Well, she went away like years ago. Like years and years ago. And then she came back and kind of crawled on the floor and just said the word Aromo over and over, which really impressed some people, so they made her an auntie.
You guys need to
Before
understand.
before that, before she went away, she didn't do any of that.
She was a nerd.
Mm-hmm. She got bullied a lot.
She was like, let me roll it. Hang on, let me roll a check really quick before I.
Never
She's
mind.
like, look at me. Look, I read books and fart into them. I stare at them with my eyes and stuff. Like I can read, dummy.
Right.
But well, where did she go?
Who cares?
We
I
do.
don't know where you're still at.
I rolled a 5, dude. That's all I got.
So she's not on the pier, and
Nope.
immediately after we saw her run off, we then went into the tunnels and to that place, and she wasn't there. So I don't think she's there either.
I mean,
You almost did something to her vote, and that's where they live. And it's not like we explored the whole place down there.
Oh, those little creatures are the aromos. That's. I get it now.
Yeah.
So when she sang she meant them, not herself.
Yeah.
We totally misread that.
So you're saying we got to go back in those dark ass tunnels to that place with Fausta, the creep who lasers people or whatever you said, big boom beam,
Big boom beam.
and
Big boom beam, yes.
and we got to try our luck down there again. That sounds.
I mean, I don't want to go down there, vote, but
Oh, I wouldn't go near Fausta.
Why?
The bird guy with the scaly.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What do you know about him?
He's not a good guy.
Why do you say that, Lou?
He does a lot of things, like bad things, like when he first came, I heard he gave a whole bunch of people dream, and a lot of them didn't wake up.
Oh yeah, that's the rumor.
I think he's the one really pushing dream around here. I mean, it's not you guys, as she indicates, Riowin. It's not you guys. You do more of the fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, we do.
It's not the Mahanahana. They don't like that stuff so much either. So it's got to be him. Why would you do that?
You wouldn't. Don't.
No. That's how my mom. I mean, she did it.
What happened to her?
She kept dreaming.
Sorry to hear that.
But yeah, I wouldn't go around him.
We hear you, Wood. But unfortunately, I think we might have to. I mean, this Goblin War is not gonna stop until we get our hand on Aunties' plane, is it?
I hear he blew a hole in some guy's chest.
My boss.
Right.
Middle of the street.
That was Shanzi. You didn't know?
I also heard he's been making a bunch of the Aarakocra move away.
What? How?
I think he's like buying up the property or something.
That pig.
Yeah, from what I hear, it's some of the only property that's not settled for demolition. The Shanana, they're gonna tear down all the buildings on the strip eventually to make room for farms and stuff. But I guess the agreement didn't include the buildings and the trees.
Do we
That's
know
good
what he's
intel.
gonna do
Like a
with those
loophole.
lands?
No, I don't know. But us goblins out in the water, we're we're safe from the na because we're in the water, and then the Aarakocra were safe in the trees. But I guess, yeah, he's been making some of them move away.
Okay.
Sorry about your mom, Will. My mom.
Oh, it was a while ago. But I miss her.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna swim away
That's a good idea.
and hide somewhere until someone finds Auntie Spleen, so Auntie Talk can cut off her head.
I'll get into contact with you when things calm down again.
Yeah. That sounds good. Thanks again, Ria, and I'm really glad that you're okay.
I'm glad you're okay. Stay safe now, okay?
Yeah. And she does. She just like immediately turns and just dives into the water.
You know, one thing about these guys is that once they're your friends, they're your friends.
Maybe we should just call it a day, guys. I don't know, Ria. You don't look so great right now.
Right. What are the chances that Spleen just waltzes back in? I mean, they're just blockading them. And sure, they're not feeding them, but that'll take days. We got time to rest.
If Speen's not with the goblin, she must be with the Aromos.
She has to be.
They must have taken her away.
So you really want to go back in the tunnel right now?
No, we'll sleep first.
Okay.
But tomorrow we should go back in those tunnels.
We know that there's that entrance by the farm now, under the hill. It might be not closely watched.
Maybe we should also try to head in earlier. Because last time we went it was nighttime, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it was earlier today. It was like...
Right, 48 hours. Right. Okay, so maybe we should try heading there later to see if there's a different crowd there.
Okay.
Folk, earlier I heard you in my mind.
Well, it's nice to know you were thinking of me.
No, I mean, I could hear your thoughts in my head.
You can do that?
No, mostly I listen to the spirits, and their voices don't sound like that. I could hear what you were thinking.
Well, try not to listen too often, then. Might hear something you don't want to.
No, but I mean, you have an opportunity, folk. If you can do that, if you can make people hear your thoughts, then maybe you could communicate with the Aromos.
That sounds scary. What? Think so?
Can you communicate?
What do you mean if I can do that?
If you can make people understand what you're thinking, then maybe you could communicate with them.
All right, let's try. What
As
am
you
I
close
thinking
your
of right now?
As you close your eyes, you can't help but picture a penguin waddling towards you.
Right, what am I thinking about?
Getting high.
Yes, but no.
A good, saucy duck breast.
No, that would be delicious right about now. But also no.
Oh.
I don't think this is working. I was thinking of a penguin.
A duck, a penguin.
Well, you were close. You know me pretty well.
So it's not something you can control then?
I'll try again, I guess, if you think it's something I can do.
But Vogue, it's not the first time something like this has happened. Remember when we were into Auntie Romo's shack? You stabbed her without stabbing her.
Not her, the Romo, but
Right. They
Yeah,
look similar
that
now.
was-
Sorry, I get confused.
he looks down at his hands again. It's like, I don't know. Maybe in the heat of the moment, I'm doing something, but now when I'm cool, I don't know how. How did you learn to do your stuff? Why is it so easy to control?
I mean, I told you it's like in the heat of the moments, these words flash into my mind and they just blurt out. It's almost like survival instinct.
But then you do it calmly, like just there. You put an illusion over her mouth
I mean, I'm starting
without
to get
nobody
used
noticing.
to it, and I'm starting to remember the words that pop into my mind.
What about you, Mina? How did you figure yours out?
In everything, there is a will to be, folk. In the heart of a stone, in wood, in water, there's a soul there, a spirit that yearns to exist.
Hmm.
And the world is full of these presences that are linked to everything that exists in the natural world. And I can speak to them.
But how did you even learn about that? You can feel it?
Ever since I was little, I felt that I could communicate with just, little things, animals, bugs,
Hmm.
creatures, Timothy, the animals on the farm. And I just felt connected to them, and I don't know why, but that's part of the reason why I want to figure out what happened with my mom and about who my dad is.
Right. Okay, well, I'll try to concentrate on it if it's happening again. But if you hear it, you got to tell me. Otherwise, I don't know.
Maybe we should check on Ria's parents then before we turn in.
Sounds good. You don't think you'll be in trouble for free and oil, right? They all saw you. Ria.
I know I can get a good night's sleep before they realize, at least.
We gotta pass by them. Well, I guess, yeah. Let's check on your parents and hit the bridge.
Yeah, I mean both Ria's home and her parents' home are on the pier that you're currently on.
Oh, okay.
Um, yes.
It's me, your daughter.
Your mom opens the door, naked to the bone.
Mom,
Total.
we talked about this before.
But come on in, dears.
Thank you, Mama.
My dress got dirty, and it's on the table, just splattered in blood.
Right.
And you can tell she's trying to clean it off.
Are you and Dad okay?
Oh, yeah, we're fine. Your father went to bed.
No injuries?
Couple bumps and bruises, nothing major. We're both fine.
Do I
That's
feel
good.
like she's telling the truth?
Make an insight check.
Nice.
Yeah, she definitely you can tell she's not terribly hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever pre-battle adrenaline they had is entirely worn off. Obviously very emotionally drained at this point. It is definitely a war with your own people.
What about a hot cup of tea for everyone? Just to maybe settle everyone a little bit.
Sure,
Sounds great.
if you want to make that, Mina, I have to tend to my dress. It'll stain.
Mama, I hate to say this, but I don't think you can save this dress.
I'm trying, and she takes this cup. If I use some of this coffee, I'm wondering if it'll get the stain out. And she pours coffee on the dress and scrubs it in.
As she scrubs the tea in, I'll don't make me say it twice, motherfuckers. I'll cast like as she's scrubbing it, so she feels like she's doing it. I'll cast prestidigitation, and I'll clean her dress.
You prestidigitate some of these stains away. Wait a minute, I got something in my ear again. Can't. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Keep trying to stick it back this way, and it keeps trying to get around the book, and then it can't. There we go. Yeah, where are you spending the night this evening?
Rhea wants to sleep under the stars, so she prefers to go under Vogue's bridge.
Sure. You spend. Mina, are you gonna go with them?
No, I think I'll stick by Rhea's parents and just make sure they're okay.
Sure. Yeah, as Rhea and Vogue spend a little bit of time there, making sure your mother is okay. You check on your father and see that he is, but he is sleeping. You all bed down for the evening.
I think as important thing, very, very important. I think as Rhea and Vogue go up to leave, Rhea kind of cups Mina's cheek, again leaning back to her height, and then she tilts her head forward and she gives her a kiss on the forehead. We'll talk tomorrow.
Okay. And I think she just gives your hand a squeeze before parting.
I'm satisfied now.
As you sleep for that evening, Rhea, when positioned under this bridge, so she can still stare out at that full moon, staring back at her. We will pick it up there next time, one level higher for our party.
Oh, God.
Exciting
5. That's a
stuff.
big one.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Some new stuff.
You have survived a goblin war.
Hell yeah.
That we have instigated. Instigated.
That we have pressed the instigated.
They're hard words, okay?
I am a world building DM, so I love a good lore dump. The way to celebrate the success of a good goblin war is with a giant piece of death by chocolate cake. I wish you all well and chocolatey goodness. Be well. We will see you next time at Table's Edge.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.